Scripted within an ancient tome, which lies beneath centuries of dust in the guarded library of Athlon, is the story of how the rift was formed. Though most cannot recall a time when the rift did not divide the Enclave and the Outlands, they were at one time unified. At that time, there were lands where the very essence of magic was believed to dwell, for they were lush and prosperous. All who did not hold the secrets of the soil, which were protected by the Pact of Jifuro, coveted these lands fiercely. The great demon Vatar was among these envious creatures, for he believed that with the magic of these lands in his grasp, he would surely become invincible. And so, he led his army to attack the dwellers of the land and lay claim to it for himself. The battle raged on and on, until at last the mighty wizard Zale stood alone against Vatar to protect the lands. When all hope seemed lost and Vatar's victory imminent, Zale struck the final fatal blow. With a roar of anger and anguish, the wizard slammed his staff into the ground. The world trembled and then parted beneath Vatar's feet. A scream of outrage erupted from the demon's throat as he fell to his defeat. However, victory did not come without a price. The chasm that grew from this powerful blast of magic was too vast to be traversed, and the people were separated as much as the lands. Those who had come to aid their brothers in fighting against the demon's army returned to their home, called Athlon, with stunned minds and heavy hearts. The Pact of Jifuro had been broken, and they had become separated from their brothers. The denizens of the Outlands, a dark and selfish people, became known as the Dreg-Attar, and the Enclave of Magic Land, which had been divided from the rest, formed a peaceful city called Selenheim. In time, all wounds are healed, for in the lengthy span since it was torn asunder, it seems that the magic inherent within the world has begun to knit the land back together. The rift grows smaller and can even be crossed in certain locations. Though it should be a time of celebration and rejoicing, such is not the case. For despite the passage of time, the greedy Dreg-Attar still lust after the lands of magic. Raid after raid has been sent into the Enclave in hopes of weakening it for the major attack the Dreg-Attar intend to wage as soon as they are able. Crops burned and possessions stolen, Selenheim has been thrown into a state of extreme unrest. Heavy taxes are levied upon the people to help pay for the city's defense. This has led to uprisings within the Enclave, and some of its inhabitants have landed in jail, along with the true enemy. And it is here that our story begins. A few rebellious grains of sand within the ever-turning hourglass of life.
So, they imprison their own too, I see. The sound you are hearing is the sound of your death. The rolling thunder of my fellow Outlanders. The sound of the Dreg-Attar slaughtering your kind and scaling the walls of this puny fortress. They are coming to set me free. And if they don't get to you first, I will personally rip you apart with...
They're attacking us! another brave warrior. We should join forces. Hey, you! I could use your help here. The courtyard is crowded with enemies. Good work.
You have done us a great service. Helping in staving off these vile invaders despite your imprisonment is bold, to say the least.
Isn't this the same one that we had arrested earlier? You expect us to believe that these people are loyal to us when they won't even pay the taxes that they owe? Be gone.
Stand at my side, Idri now. Save me at my star. No matter save me.
It is true that you have committed a crime against us. Yet it seems you are willing to prove your loyalty to Selenheim. Because of this, I will offer you a proposition. If you continue to serve our cause and assist us in this action, you will receive full pardons and be embraced as honored warriors henceforth. There is a merchant named Marcus in the town of Saladia. He is very important to the Enclave, as he is the last merchant willing to transverse the rift and bring us supplies that are badly needed if we are to have any hope of withstanding the more frequent raids of the Dregatar. I have received word that the Dregatar have assaulted his convoys and attempted to assassinate him. He must be protected. We won't survive long without him.
Ah, hello there. So you are the help I sent for. Excellent. I'm Marcus, the merchant. Listen, the raiders have plundered my caravan, so I need your help to find my account book. We also need to get through the town gate. You'll have to find a key. Hurry, we don't have much time. I don't want to die. And you make sure it's safe.
Scripted within an ancient tomb which lies hidden beneath centuries of dust in the guarded library of Mechalon, is the story of how the Rift was formed. Though most cannot recall a time when the Rift did not divide the Enclave from the Outlands, they were at one time unified. In that time, there were lands which were believed to bear the very essence of magic, for they were lush and prosperous. All who did not hold the secrets of the soil, which were protected by the Pact of G4, coveted these lands fiercely. The great demon, Vatar, knew that with this magic, he would be invincible. He would at last prevail over all. Venomously, he led his army to attack the dwellers of the land to claim it as his own. The battle raged, and the people fell before Vatar's vast army. Victory was so close it could be tasted upon their blackened tongues. As bodies of the defenders lay sprawled about them on the bloodied field. Exultantly, Vatar rose to proclaim his triumph. It was then that disaster struck, in the form of a pathetic little wizard called the Mighty Zale. With a roar of anger and anguish, the wizard slapped his staff into the ground. The world trembled and then cracked, parting beneath Vatar's feet. With an outraged scream, the demon lord plummeted to the depths, to be consumed by the earth he sought to rule. A chasm grew from this powerful blast of magic, wide and longer than any could measure. It was too vast to be traversed, thus separating the people who fought against Vatar forever. The devastation on the faces of the defenders was a small consolation to the Dregatar, as they retreated to pray for Vatar's return. It is said that time heals wounds, and perhaps it is true. For in the centuries after the land was torn asunder, it appeared that magic began to knit them back together. The rift has grown smaller, and can even be crossed in certain locations. Dregatar, driven by an age-old lust for the land that should belong to them, are now raising their hordes, building siege weapons, and preparing for the day when they may take their revenge and possession of the magic lands. On the other side of the rift, the people of Selenheim are strengthening their defenses. They know another war will soon be waged against them. While the armies are being gathered along the border of the rift, the head counselor of Arkmur, Mordessa, is making further preparations. Volunteers are being brought to her for special tasks, and there are rumors about an ancient force about to be awakened, one that has been slumbering for hundreds of years. And it is here that our story begins. Violently shaken from their sleep, the Chosen are taken by hooded figures to an unknown fate.
Time has come. You have been summoned here to do my bidding and prove your devotion to our cause. You should feel honored that you were chosen, for if you please me, you will be rewarded abundantly. However, should you fail, your reward will be eternal pain. Your first mission will be to bring me the Crystal of Empathy. It is located in the house that once belonged to Zorana, a former enemy who is now dead. The home is still guarded, though, and it may be difficult for you to gain entrance, but that is not of my concern. The crystal can be found in the library. Bring it to me. It may prove useful very soon.